Hi, friends. Okay, it is Thursday, and every Thursday in Beachbody Land, it's a payday for those of us who are working this as a business and helping other people get momentum. This is bothering me. This is lipstick. Okay, apparently this lipstick has lasted 3 days. It's a winner. I just had to get that off my chest, okay? Anyways, this opportunity I think is really amazing, and I'm talking about it in here because I know this is Fit Club, and I know a lot of you have no interest in coaching. We're using all the air quotes today, but I just want you to know what's possible and what this can do for you. So there's never any pressure. If you want to sign up for a discount, that's totally cool. I will encourage you as your coach. I will encourage you just to rock your own journey and do what serves you. But I want you to know what is possible. So my friend kept inviting me to this coaching thing, right? I was teaching stroller strides of Yuma classes, and I was totally cool with what I was doing. I wasn't interested in her creepy shake. I didn't want to join some kind of creepy MLM pyramid scheme. Thanks, no thanks. I had totally prejudged it like I know so many of you have, and that's okay. I want you to know that's okay because it's just simply you don't have all the facts maybe, and maybe you had a bad experience. Like I used to sell essential oils and I sucked at it. It was terrible. I felt salesy and gross. So I had all this baggage and limiting belief around it. Like, what if I fail? What if it sucks? My friend Brittany kept inviting me. She invited me over to her house. And I drank her creepy shake, and I did T25 in her living room, and I loved it. I mean, I didn't love T25, but I loved how sweaty I was and how hard of a workout, how challenging it was. And I already had a passion for inspiring other people. I was that girl, like a couple of you, that's just sharing about my journey, like just naturally, just sharing about it over on Instagram, sharing about it on Facebook. And so that's why she kept inviting me to coach, and I just didn't get it. I didn't understand what it meant. So I was like, I'm still not interested in coaching. I'm still teaching my stroller strides of Yuma classes, making $15 a class, by the way, for that entire hour that I was at the park with the other moms, not including all the time I was planning my stuff, right? It was really just an expensive hobby because I had to pay for insurance and all the other stuff. It's beside the point. I ordered PiYo as a customer. That was back in the day when you ordered DVDs. You got one program. You spent $160. You got one program and your bag of Shakeology. We didn't even have Energize back then, back in the old days. But I loved it, and I was doing it, and it transformed my body. If you haven't seen my butt transformation, drop a comment. I'm happy to share it. But I just had all this around it. Like I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what was going to be expected of me. I didn't know if I was going to have to be salesy or gross, or if I was going to suck like when I was doing doTERRA. I didn't know if I was going to have to order a bunch of shit that I didn't need. You guys, the answer to all of that is no. It's you working on your own journey. Some people will become coaches because they love our products and they want to save money. #duh. Okay? Some people will decide that this is something they really believe in, and they're having their own personal transformation, and because they're already talking about it and sharing about it, why would you not want to help other people? Every time you post and you #Beachbody or whatever program you're doing, people on your friends list, people who randomly follow you on Instagram, are going to go to Beachbody's website and they're going to sign up and they're going to get a random coach. They will not have an amazing supportive community. So even if you don't feel like you are able or up to the task or willing to have a group like this, you're already advertising. You are sharing your journey authentically, and you are inspiring other people to say yes to this. And then they're going out there and they're getting some rando support, maybe nothing, from some other coach that's going to get credit, that will make money off of that purchase. Okay? So if you are sharing about your journey, if you love these products, I'm really encouraging you to look into coaching. It's your journey, okay? Your journey isn't going to look like mine, just like our fitness journeys are super, they're a personal thing. It's not one size fits all, but I'm telling you that this has totally changed my life. So I spent an entire year, okay, doing PiYo and teaching stroller strides, double dipping, following people over on Instagram, being part of sneak peeks, asking random coaches for advice, because my coach was just kind of like a hobby coach. Like she was like, yeah, I think you would love this. She was right. I loved it. But then there was no follow-up. There was no support. There were no challenge groups. Well, there was one, the first one I was in, but that was it. I was kind of on my own. And so it took me an entire year of being back and forth and watching people on Instagram, top coaches that were making a buttload of money. #there's no guarantee. Okay. There's a big income disclaimer. It's all about your own effort and skill and your consistency and your willingness to believe and to do the work to be coachable. Because if you're not willing to be coachable, if you're not willing to do the work, but you want this to be a business, you'll never get momentum or success. So anyway, I finally signed up after hemming and hawing and talking to Marshall for, way too many months about it. He was like, just do it. Like, I mean, what's the worst that happens? Like, you hate it, you quit. You're already doing the workouts. You're already talking about it. You're already referring people to like go do PiYo or whatever. And so I did. I signed up to become a coach. But at that moment, when I signed up to be a coach, which this doesn't need to be your story, this is my story. When I signed up to become a coach, I knew the potential. I didn't know exactly the potential. I didn't know the income potential, but I knew that this was part of my purpose and part of my calling, and that by becoming a Beachbody coach, I wasn't going to be someone that was pimping a product. I was going to be someone that was peddling hope and giving people solutions. And right now, in 2020, year of the freaking shitstorm, when people can't go to gyms and their lives are on fire and mental health is literally crumbling around us, this is the most epic time to give people a solution, because what we do isn't just about creepy superfood shakes. It's not just about containers that are fun colors that you put your food in. It's not just about the workouts you stream. It's about having support. It's about having community. That's why this tribe matters so much. That's why your coach that you sign up with matters so much. And if you are one of my grandbabies in here, you signed up with another coach who maybe has quit or maybe has gone quiet, I want you to know that as long as you are linked to me somewhere in my Positive Vibe Tribe chain, you belong and you matter, and I am happy to help you, whatever that means. So today, every Thursday is a payday in Beachbody land, and when I said yes to this, I didn't know what the potential was. I knew there were people on Instagram, which, let's be real, there's a lot of fake crap on Instagram, but I was following enough people for enough time that I saw they were retiring spouses, they were paying off student loans, they were building their dream freaking houses, and I was like, I want that. I was naive and I thought I was going to have it like that. I thought within 2 years I'd be one of those Beachbody millionaire people. It's not the case. But I'm here to tell you it's changed my entire life. It's changed my marriage. It's changed how I parent. It's changed how I friend. It's changed how I dream. It's changed my consistency and how I give myself grace. I used to be one of those perfectionist people that if I couldn't go all in, it wasn't worth doing. I used to be one of those people where it was literally all or nothing. I would kill myself working out for hours. Yeah. Early on in my Beachbody journey, I looked freaking amazing because I wasn't eating enough and I was literally working out for like 2.5 hours a day. That's not a lifestyle that's sustainable. That's not fun, and that's not something I want to do. I want to show up. I want to be in my living room because my truth is I don't really like people. I love this. I love this because you're behind the screen. I'm behind the screen. I can be here with my cats. I don't have to go out and people. I don't have to pretend to give excellent customer service, but I get to stay here in my wheelhouse, which is not dragging you along, but it's shining my light and sharing my truth and my imperfect journey. Like, it's messy and I'm here with my laundry pile and my cat's like up in my face, but like this is my happy place. This is literally my dream job. When I was a kid, I drove my parents crazy because I didn't want to leave my room. I love to read. And I had this giant mirror and I would sit in front of the mirror and I would talk to my imaginary friends because even when I was a kid, I didn't have a lot of friends. Well, they talked a whole bunch of shit about me. My parents did. I'm sure they're like, what's wrong with this kid? She just keeps talking to herself. And who is laughing now, bitches? That's right. I'm laughing because that's what I do literally all day. I talk to myself, which is really talking to you through my freaking phone. And the fact that you can grow a business and you can, most importantly, transform lives starting with your own, that's freaking epic. So as a coach, I don't view myself as a salesperson. I don't hold product. I don't try and convince people to do my product. I share my journey every single day. And every single day, even when I'm camping, might not be perfect, okay? I might not check every single box, but I'm committed to living this lifestyle. And so many of you are committed to this imperfect lifestyle, but you're not a coach yet, which is driving me crazy. You're legit making my eyeball switch because I was you and I totally get it. So if you have questions, if there's something you're worried about, let's talk it through. Team Cup is here. I just made a post about it, you guys. Team Cup is a contest. I'm not a competitive person. That shit makes me uncomfortable. I'm not. I'm like, let's just hold hands and tell each other how great we are, but from a distance, not in real life, okay? But Team Cup is an amazing opportunity to basically have an accountability pod. It's teams of 5. It's 5 people. And you get you hold each other accountable. You level up your journey. whatever that means for you, because if you've worked with me for any length of time, you know that I'm not a one size fits all. We all have to do this. I'm going to share my journey, and I'm going to lean in as much as feels right to me, but I'm not here to force you. I'm not your wife. I'm not your mom. I'm not going to drag you along, but I will shine the light for you, whether you are a coach or a customer, and I will encourage you to lean into your own journey and to take freaking ownership of that, whatever that means for you. So Team Cup's pretty awesome. The thing I'm most excited about, yeah, you can earn prizes. Yes, you can earn trips. But what I'm here for are the promo codes, because they give us 3 promo codes for $20 off a challenge pack. And if you redeem any of those codes before the 16th of August, they will replenish them. They will replace them. So you guys, if you are living this, if you are loving this, I'm specifically talking to you, Chelsea. If you are living this and loving this and sharing about it every single day, you need to be a coach. Your journey doesn't need to look like mine. You don't need to post like mine. This is your own most authentic journey. But you guys, it's freaking awesome. I swear by coaching. And I've met so many of my best, most favorite friends on the internet doing this, just random strangers. Okay. So your team matters, your coach matters, your tribe matters. This is not just about the food you eat and how you move your body. It truly is about finding a support system and plugging in. Like, you have to own it. You have to take ownership of it. So if you are in this group and you've been secret squirrel and you're feeling all sad panda, that stops now. You draw your line in the sand and you refocus, you recommit, you just navigate your journey. It's imperfect, okay? It's imperfect for all of us, and that's okay. If it hasn't been going the way you expected it to, who cares? Surrender it. You don't drive your car looking through your freaking rearview mirror. Why would you go through your life that way? You wouldn't. So today, in the middle, well, it's a Thursday, so we're halfway through this week. Refocus. Move your body. Drink your water. Remind yourself of your truths. Practice your affirmations. If you were on the fence about something like coaching, this would be a really great opportunity for you to get off the whatever. I don't know what thing I'm trying to use here. Yes, you need to own it. You need to own it. You're the one driving your bus. I can be here and I can show up and I can share my reel, and I can shine the light, but ultimately you have to decide that you're going to go all in with your journey, whatever that means. And going all in doesn't mean it has to be perfect. It just means that you are committed to refocusing every single day. Okay? You don't have to do all the things, but you need to do the things that will serve you and that will move you closer to the version of yourself you want to be. So that's my soapbox. I think Team Cup was super awesome. I've done it every single year since I was a brand new baby coach. I was like a coach 2 months into my journey when I got on a Team Cup. And so right now I have 1 spot left. We have 2 teams and I have 1 spot left, but I am more than happy to make a 3rd team. So this isn't a FOMO, quick, snag your spot, okay? This is you listening to that gut nudge you have and deciding that you're going to make fear your bitch and you're going to do the thing that maybe you don't understand and maybe you don't know how it will work, but you're going to trust the process and you're going to do it, okay? Cool. Great talk. Thanks for coming. So anyways, Thursdays, I started to talk about this. I mean, why not just talk about coaching since we're talking about it, right? So when I signed up, I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be one of those Beachbody people that has my empires, and I'm still my goal. It is on my vision board. I will show it to you in a minute. I'm going to be a top 10 coach. It's taking me longer than I thought it would, but that's how it always goes with your journeys. They just need to be yours. They're not going to unfold exactly. It's not going to be a linear path, just like your freaking fitness journey. So you do you, okay? What did I want to tell you? I don't know. He's in the background distracting me now. Why are you distracting me?
Water, hello.
Oh, he's one of my coaches. He drinks Shakeology. He doesn't talk about it. See? Perfect example. You do you. You rock out with your discount. Or maybe you share a little, maybe you share a lot. Today's a payday. You guys, I logged into my online office this month. I've been really off kilter, okay? I've been really committed to my journey, but me showing up and doing all the tools that I mentor my team to do, I have been sucking ass. That's my truth. But you know what? I logged into my online office today and I have a $700 paycheck. $700 paycheck. Maybe that's small potatoes. Cannot retire him just now. Is that going to pay off this mortgage? No, but that is proof that me showing up every single day and sharing my reel, not my perfection, not my perfect body, okay? I have all my ducks in a row, but me sharing my laundry pile, me sharing my hard mental health shit. Me sharing all that has made me relatable so that you guys trust me and you continue to show up and you continue to plug in. And the people on the freaking internet who are stalking me from behind their computers, they're messaging me too. So if I can do this, there's no reason that you can't do this. And I'm 5 years into this journey, so you cannot compare your day 1 to my day 5,050 or whatever. I don't know. You math people figure that out. Okay? So what would a little extra wiggle room do for you financially? Lots of people build this into a full-time thing. If you have a team that is working in the trenches with you, which is what is unfolding right now as we speak, we are finally at that place with the Positive Vibe Tribe where we have other coaches. It's not just me talking at them. Now they're like, okay, I see this. I see the vision. I want to show up. I'm going to freaking, I'm going to do this. Sorry, I'm getting text from another girl who was invited by someone else, even though I kept inviting her, and she was liking all my stuff, all my posts. She was liking all it. She was following along, but her friend invited her. Her friend talked her into coaching. She signed up with her friend, and then she was like, that was a mistake. So now she's like messaging me. Your team matters. Your coach matters. My coach, I wish she would just quit so that I could roll on up and have support from someone else. But she won't, because she's making some money probably. Anyways, that's not what this is about. This is about your journey. This is about you owning it. If you have no interest in coaching, you're like, yeah, I don't care about that, then that's cool. You do you. That's the thing I love about this journey. It truly is your own. And you're going to get out of it what you put into it, just like your fitness journey, guys. Just like your freaking fitness journey. So I believe in you. I am here if you need anything. Take ownership of your journey. Break up with your excuses. It is not perfect for any of us. It is not easy for any of us. We all make choices. We all make sacrifices. We decide how we're going to show up. And so if you have been showing up and you're struggle bussy, and it's always, I'm struggle bussy, this is too hard, you're making those decisions to be struggle bussy. I struggle bus too, but you know what? I say I'm not going to just lean into the struggle bus. I'm not going to say this is a season of struggle bus. There's a lot of season of sucking ass right now in 2020, but like I'm ultimately in charge of my journey. I'm in charge of the stuff I consume. I'm in charge of when I push play. I'm in charge of the places that I plug into. Don't sad panda face me. There's nothing sad about it. That's exciting when you flip the script that you get to have ownership of your journey, that you are the one in charge of your journey. When you take ownership of that, even when it's imperfect and hard, you guys, there is so much power and liberation that comes from that. Are you going to be a martyr or are you going to be a freaking victor? You can choose to win your day. You can choose to show up today. You can choose to push play, even if you have to modify all the exercises. You choose. All right? So are you going to struggle or are you going to be a victor? I'm going to push play. I'm going to drink my superfoods. I'm going to drink my water. And I'm going to listen to something today that inspires me and lifts me up. So that's my roadmap. If you're like, I don't know where to begin, you just freaking begin. You just start. You push play. You modify the modifier and you celebrate all the ways you show up. That is the most important part of this, is that you choose to just start fresh every single day. Yesterday doesn't define you. Doesn't matter if you ate the frosting out of the container. Doesn't matter if you had 20 freaking beers or whatever. I don't care. And you shouldn't either. Let it go. Surrender it. And then just lean into today and all the possibility and all the ways you get to show up. My final thought, I've gotten this message from a couple people who aren't working with me at all. They just randomly messaged me. And they were saying they're moms and they're like, but how do you prioritize working out? Like, don't you feel guilty? Why would I feel guilty? So I was like, no, I don't feel guilty. No, I don't feel guilty when they were little, because I started my fitness. I was never into fitness. I was one of those, skinny fat girls, you know, where like I was really, really skinny, but I had no muscle tone. I just wasn't into fitness, partially because I had all that self-limiting belief about not belonging and not being good enough and not being coordinated, all those things that I'm still working progress on. But I let all that stuff stay in my way. And so I was never into fitness until I started having babies. And then I had all the babies in all the years, you know, in like 3 years. And then I was really unhappy with myself and I was angry that I gotten to that point. And so that's where I started my fitness journey. It came from a place of like, this body is disgusting and I have to change it and I have to punish it for allowing me to get to this place, which is so crazy. Because now I look back, I'm like, man, my body had 3 babies in like less than 3 years. Like that's freaking amazing, you guys. It's all about perspectives, right? But anyways, even when I started, Connor was like 6 weeks old. And then the girls, you know, Shani was, I don't know, not quite 2, and Charlotte was like, I'm like, what's my kid's name? Charlotte was 3. And so there were lollipops and there was screen time. And I did whatever it took to get my workout in. And so in the beginning, I started because of them. They were my why, right? Like I didn't want to, well, in the beginning, it was because I hated my body. And then it became, I wanted to give them a really good example. Like I didn't want to grow up and be the martyr. I didn't want to grow up how I grew up where, my mom didn't have the time and she was always angry and I think she blamed us maybe. I didn't want to be that example. And so now it's just getting rambly. I'm encouraging you to not be who you are today, but to step into who you want to be. So if you are not showing up as the version of yourself you want to be today, who do you want to be? And then take the action to show up as her. You don't have to have all the boxes checked, but you just need to be like, I want to be brave. I want to be consistent. I want to be bold in my belief. I want to be the girl that always shows up. And if you want to be those things, then take the action to be her. Show up, push play, even if it's for 5 or 10 minutes. It's 5 or 10 minutes of you getting traction and owning your journey. And now my cats are going to pull my flowers over. So anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk today. I hope some of it resonated with you, whatever. Highlights, Team Cup. We are putting together teams. And I know a couple of my coaches are still talking to people who aren't even coaches yet. So you are not too late. There's not too few spots. It's not a FOMO situation. This is if you want to get on a team, if you want to get momentum, if you want to share this with other people, but you're super overwhelmed, you don't know where to begin, you don't know if you'd be good, what do you do, what do you say? This is the perfect thing for you because it's not a contest. We have to win. No, it's you taking it to the next level, whatever that means for you. There's so many different levels, okay? So I will be here as your Yoda, shining my imperfect light, and we'll get momentum, we'll get some extra promo codes, we'll help people rock their journeys, but most of all, we will rock our own journeys because that's what this journey as a coach is about. It's not about selling. It's not about recruiting all the people. It's about you being so committed to your own journey. And for so many of us, that's the hardest part, right? Like we get off track, we get distracted, we start to feel bad, we do a program that we're not in love with, and then you come up with all the excuses why you need to quit. And that's the beauty of coaching is that it always brings it back to you. If you're not working on your own imperfect journey, well then you're not qualified to be a coach. And you guys, the coolest piece of that is that it's a double-edged thing for me because there's been lots of seasons in this 5 years of coaching that I haven't wanted to. We moved, I had a car accident, hard shit, thought my marriage was falling apart. Well, it was. All those things, but coaching was the thing that pulled me back, that kept me accountable. And I have all of you that are looking to me to show up. And so if you're like, I can't stay consistent, I don't know how to stay getting momentum, I don't know how to do that, then you need to become a coach and have somebody else in the arena with you that you're showing up for because sometimes it's hardest to show up for ourselves. True story. All right. I haven't had any energized yet. I feel like I have though. Okay, so if you want to get on a Team Cup, cool. You want to become a coach, awesome. I will help you. I will shine the light. I will give you all the resources, and then it's up to you to make it yours so that it's not fakey, icky, gross, salesy, ugh. It's going to be yours, authentic and imperfect, and it's going to resonate with the people in your life that need that. And if you think there's too many Beachbody coaches, I want you to go to your local Walmart. I want you to sit in a parking lot, and I want you to look at everyone. And I'm not talking about what they look like. I'm talking about their eyeballs, okay? The sad people, the stuck people, the failing people, the people that think there's just nothing left. And then you're going to look at the people who clearly are struggling in their health and their nutrition. And you guys, we have the total solution. It's not just about workouts. It's not just about superfoods. It's not just about how much water you drink and how perky your butt is. It's about you living your best, healthiest, happiest life right now, today, not when you have the transformation, but how will you show up today? What choices will you make to be the best version of yourself, imperfect as you are? All right, that's all. Go do your workout, okay? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's all a victory. Modified, not modified, still a victory. As long as it's yours and you're not making excuses for why you can't, and instead you're going to show up and do what you can and celebrate that, that's a turning point, and that's how you'll get momentum on your journey. Thanks for coming, friends.